You're listening to the Packernet Podcast Network.
You ever hear of test driving a phone network? Well, US Cellular is letting you test drive their nationwide 5G for free. Try out US Cellular wherever you have spotty service, your commute to work, that one spot in your house where your service dips. It's as easy as doing a little beep boop pop boop pop with your phone. That's the buttons, that's the noise they make. Anyways, test drive US Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free for 30 days. Just download the Try Us app. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com/try us.
What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. You can email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us 865-658-5824. Join alongside Jacob in Wisconsin. Back to talk a little Packers today. Jacob, nice and cool up your way, right?
Yeah, super cool, man. Cooler than a $2 pistol, I tell you.
Yeah, okay. Sound like it was humid today, right?
A little bit, a little musty, a little mucky, but hey, it makes me look balmy. See?
Yeah, you got great color today. You're glowing, Jacob. You're glowing.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
No, but appreciate everybody in the chat. I know it's already lit up here. Good to have everyone joining us this evening. We're going to break down the Packers-Cowboys playoff game there from last year, the wild card round, right? Huge win by the Packers over the Cowboys. Again, this is just kind of our series we're doing, recapping last year's games. So as we come right down to the wire, the players will be reporting here in 2 days. The rookies and the quarterbacks will be in-house. So we'll hit that game tonight. We'll probably hit the 49ers game tomorrow, and then we'll be ready for camp. And from there on out, it's going to be camp updates, camp battles, all that. Preseason right around the corner. The Hall of Fame game too, Jacob. It's right around the corner. That's what always sneaks up on me because I'm looking at the Packers' first preseason game every year, family night, and then the preseason, and all of a sudden before it hits, it's like, holy cow, Hall of Fame games tonight. So football is just about back, man.
Yeah, it is crazy how fast it sneaks up in you. I remember back in the old school days of the old schedule. I used to always wear that hat, the fishing game, Dunn County fishing game. My grandpa was the president of. It always used to fall on the last preseason game of the year. And I remember once watching, I think I watched Aaron Rodgers for the first time in the preseason, like late game 4, like the first time or something. It was either him, it was like Brian Brom, or remember when we had that string of quarterbacks there where it was like, ooh, we got like 3 new quarterbacks. Let's see how they do. It's just always fun to see it. And it's coming up quick, man. It really is. It's crazy.
All right. I don't know if y'all could see her in the reflection of the pictures in the background, but Mandy just came up the steps with some birthday cake cookies. All right.
Hi, Mandy.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. They're Lucky Charm cookies.
You don't have a food tester? You just eat that stuff when Mandy gives it to you?
That's what I do around here, man.
I'd try Emilio. I'd give it to Emilio first and just see,
Right. She kicked the door open and was dancing. I'm like, I hope they can't see you in the reflection. So, anyway, thank you, ma'am. Yes, we're live. She went, are you live? Yeah, we're live. You knucklehead, get out of here. So, anyway, we got cookies now. We're ready to start the show officially. Let's restart the show, guys. We're going to crank this back up. Now, Ron in the chat here. Ron Sturts, good to see you, everybody. He says, thank you, Clayton, and your crew on the amazing podcast. I love this podcast. And I've been a Packers fan since 1970. It's been awesome for me. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Ron. That means the world to us. It really does. We appreciate the support. And that's what the show is all about, man. Just fans kind of getting to link up here and talk ball. Eric Sutherland says, Ron, I second that. Clayton and the crew, we appreciate the hell out of you guys and everything you do. Appreciate it, Eric. Eric,
can I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, man.
I think it'd be really cool. We have to kill at least one episode where we don't have nothing to do. It'd be awesome if we could take the whole chat and just be like, yo, on like Tuesday, the 22nd or whatever, let's all talk about why you became a Packer fan, how you became a Packer fan. Just have like a chat comment day. Like you could take the day off, Clayton. That'd be one me and Emilio can handle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Have a date night with Mandy. We could all just, I'm just saying, I'm just spitballing here, but
hey, I like it. Give me a day off. I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. Calorie intake will go up by 45%, but hey, that's what I do, man. I don't do drugs. I just eat food. That's what I focus on. Right? So There you go. Mike Berry in the house said, good evening, everyone. Tonight's whiskey of choice is French Oaks Makers Mark 46. Go, Pack, go. Sir, drink responsibly, but appreciate you joining the show. Eric Sutherland says, Jacob, you beautiful bastard. I love it. And I like what Mike Berry says, possums assemble. Right? We gotta create a T-shirt, Jacob, with the PTA logo and maybe a possum on the front of it. I think that'd be cool, man. So Anyway, let's do this, man. Before we jump into the Cowboys tape, I wanted to hit on this. Every year as we go into a new season, Jacob, what I like to do is kind of reevaluate LaFleur, the coaching staff, all that stuff. Now, we've talked about Jeff Hafley to no end this offseason, right? With the new defense coming in, what it may or may not look like, no one really knows until we, get out there and the ball is actually teed up in September. But I like to look back and go, okay, where is Matt LaFleur now all time? And you guys know, if you've listened to this pod, ever since I started it, I was kind of standing on the table for LaFleur going, man, this dude's winning percentage is stout. And the rebuttal you would always get was the first year, what I heard, Jacob, was, he hasn't coached that many games. So I'm like, the second he gets to 50 games, I'm really going to trumpet this, loud. Then as soon as he hits 50 games, all of a sudden it's, he's had Aaron Rodgers. Well, now we're 1 year removed from Aaron Rodgers. So I thought we would kind of look at the all-time winning percentage amongst head coaches in the National Football League. Here is the list. And what you'll notice is Matt LaFleur.
Serious?
All-time NFL, all-time, Matt LaFleur is 11th in winning percentage at .675. Here are the names above him. Guy Chamberlain, people are going, who the hell is it? From 1922 to 1927, he coached 81 games, went 58-16. Number 2, John Madden, the GOAT himself, 103-32. That guy won 103 games and lost on 30. It's wild. Number 3, Vince Lombardi at 738. He coached 136 games, had 96 wins and only 34 losses. Number 4, George Allen, winning percentage of 712. He coached 168 games, had 116 wins and 47 losses with 5 ties. Jim Harbaugh, back in the league, right, with the Chargers. He's the 5th winningest coach in NFL history from a winning percentage standpoint, guys. 695. His record, 44-19. So you see only 64 games there, kind of a smaller sample size as opposed to George Allen, Vince Lombardi. And that stuff's important. It really is, how long someone's been coaching. Number 6, Tommy Hewitt. I hope I'm saying that right. From 1920 to 24. He coached in 56 games. He had 34 wins and only 15 losses. Blanton Collier, from 1963 to 1970, coached in 112 games, had 76 wins, 34 losses. Ray Flaherty, how would you say it, Jacob? Talk to me here. Flaherty, right?
Flaherty, yeah.
That's tough, man. It's a tough one. So from 36 to 49, 122 games coached, 80-37 was his record. Papa Bear Hallis at a winning percentage of 682. He had 318 wins and only 148 losses. Don Shula at number 10 at 677 with 328 wins and 156 losses. Obviously, he is the all-time wins leader. And then number 11, right behind George Hallis and Don Shula with a winning percentage of 675. He has now coached in 83 games. Matt LaFleur is 56-27. That's wild that he's had no ties. I didn't even realize that. But, Jacob, he's right above Paul Brown in winning percentage. That's crazy.
He's right below Don Shula, bro. I mean, what? If you would have told me this before, I would have guessed you look a little bit farther down there, you see guys like Nick Sirianni, but his games there, 84. You look down there, Andy Reid, that's another guy who I'm not even, Andy Reid's got a ton of talent there. But look at there, Sean McDermott and Mike Tomlin, still guys that are active in the NFL.
Look
Mike
at this
Tomlin,
right
Bill, I can't believe I've freaking seen that. Bill Belichick, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got just, 467 games, nothing to shake a stick at. But we've talked about it, man. This guy has no respect on his name. Too old for this, said it right. It's like, it's this weird curse where, Bill Belichick, did he win Coach of the Year ever when he had Tom Brady? And if he did or if he didn't, did people go, well, it's because he's got Tom Brady? It's like, well, okay. But, most of those, a lot of those years, Tom Brady wasn't the best quarterback in the league. You had a really great defense. That was what made Tom Brady's career, in my opinion, is the fact that he had a well-rounded team most years that he was in there. And that's a testament to Bill Belichick for sure, 100%. If you would have thrown Tom Brady on the Aaron Rodgers teams and even the late Brett Favre teams, I don't think Tom Brady gets six Super Bowls. I think that he maybe gets 1 or 2. That's what I think. You know,
I completely agree, man.
It's
those
a weird
Super Bowls, man. They didn't have a great offense.
Yeah. I'm just saying. But Greg says I'm cursing everybody with the tie this year. No, I'm not. I did say that. Though. I was hard on the tie.
Look at Bates coming in the chat. Bill Belichick, Coach of the Year, 2003, 2007, 2010. Good stuff.
I love our chat, but it's just it makes me mad. It actually makes me mad because dude, Bates is right. I mean, any one of those years you could have just been like, "Oh, Belichick has Brady," especially 2007, 2010. I don't know. It just seems weird. It just seems.
I can't tell if they're being sarcastic or not, man. Fred McFarley said, "What? Where is Wayne Fontes?" I don't know if that's a real person or not. I'm down here scrolling. We're getting pretty low on the list.
I'm trying to think. Is that maybe like a?
There we go. Boom. Number 109. His winning percentage is 496, 66 and 67. Is that a joke or something?
I was thinking that used to be like Uncle Rico's coach or something, like from Napoleon Dynamite.
Could have been. I think this is a fair comment here from 2-0 for this. Belichick made Brady in the beginning, and then Brady outgrew Belichick. I think that's really, really accurate. I don't think Brady becomes the player he did without Belichick in the early years, but in the latter years, Brady carried him, right? Now, I will say this, that Rams Super Bowl where the Patriots beat the Rams, man, that they struggled on defense, and that game plan that Bill Belichick put together, they played man coverage all year long, and then when they played Sean McVay, they switched completely to zone, and McVay was like, what the hell is going on? They haven't played zone all year long. Yeah. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. So
I love how Fred here says, he goes, it was a joke, but we still found him.
Just making sure, sir. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it was a Packers coach, right? Can you filter the list? He says, can you filter the list to show just Green Bay? Oh man, let's see here. I don't think I can. And we didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. I just wanted to highlight the fact that, like I said, Matt LaFleur is so high on that list. I don't think I can do that. I could probably search it, do like a Google search, but we're 11 minutes in and we got to get to this Cowboys tape. So if you guys want to check that out, though, and kind of see what the Packers list would look like and throw
we got 2 in the top 11. That's what awesome.
That's cool. Yeah. Now, here's what's cool. Let me show you this. And I know he's with the Cowboys now, but where is Mike McCarthy? Mike McCarthy, 32nd at 620. That's nothing to shake a stick at, man. Where's Mike Holmgren, I wonder? Mike Holmgren's got to be up there, right?
Or did he be around there?
Maybe here he is right here. Look, Mike Sherman too. 590.
Mike Shermy and Homie
right there together. Sounds like
above
a band
Pete
from
Carroll.
Above
Pete Carroll, you see that there?
Mm-hmm. Bill Parcells. Look at Bill Parcells. 50 seconds.
We've been spoiled, dude. We really have.
Big time. And that's why I love looking at the subject. Put stuff in perspective. Look, Mike Shanahan. Boom. 552.
Wow.
Look at Kyle, 61st.
Look at Dicka, 57.
Mike Ditka. All right, so there you go, guys. Thought we'd check it out again. Put some spec on Coach LaFleur's name. The 11th highest winning percentage in the history of the National Football League. So, and Aaron Rodgers is gone. If he does it again this year, and if they win 10 plus games this year, let's go. So, let's see here. Steven says your audio output seems weak. My volume is 100 and can barely hear you. Is anybody else having a problem with the volume in there? Because
everything sounds good to me.
Yeah, I can hear Jacob fine. He can hear me fine. So it may be something to do with the stream. Hopefully that's not the case. But Stephen, you might have been blasting some Stephen A. Smith. you might have been blasting some I don't know. What would be a funny name to insert here? Some God, who was the guy? Who was that? And I should know this. Jimmy Buffett. You might have been blasting Jimmy Buffett too loud and blew the speakers out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Little cheeseburger.
Did you get rid of this stay off the damn weed drop too?
Jacob, I'm doing my best.
I'm saying, I went for it.
Cookies and run a good show too, man.
I went for it, man, and I can't see more.
It doesn't matter which one I remove. Y'all are going to need them on the next show. Anyway.
Oh, no. All right. Stay off the damn weed.
Mr. Larry says the volume's okay there. So hopefully it's nothing too bad on your end there, whoever it was that said it, Stephen Smith. But All right, Jacob, you ready, man? Break
Let's
down
go.
some Cowboys tape here.
Yeah. So what does that mean, Clayton? Does that mean we can do it on YouTube, or do we have to?
God, I'm so glad you're here. I just about put it on the screen.
Son of a
For
bitch.
those of you on YouTube, the show continues on X and Rumble. We don't want to do anything to break the rules here on YouTube. We're going to show some game tape. So appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you want to, hop over to Rumble. Just search Packer Fan Total Access or Packers Total Access. You'll be able to find it real easy. Go ahead and sub to the channel when you hop over there too. Same thing with X. But appreciate y'all joining us this evening. We're going to continue, like I said, on X and Rumble. We'll go ahead and end this stream.
Thanks, guys.
All right. It is showing that it has ended, so we should be good. Everybody's still here on Rumble, I would imagine. So let's just dive into that. Thank you for saying that, Jacob. We would have got another copyright strike.
I know.
That's why I don't do shows by myself anymore. So anyway, let's see if you can see this okay. We're going to go full screen if that's cool with you. And let's just jump right into it here and start breaking this down. So again, this was the huge playoff victory between the Packers over the Cowboys last year. And probably the most enjoyable game of the season. Wouldn't you agree, Jacob? This is one that was just like, man.
Dude, I literally will never sorry to cut you off there. I will never forget. I was standing in my I have a game room / office, which I broadcast in. If you can see, I got a decent sized TV over there. I'm going to upgrade soon. I usually can't sit down. I mean, I literally I have an emotional response to every single play, every game. I can't, my family can't watch games with me. I'm a loud person. I cuss. I was laughing hysterically like the Joker after the third or fourth touchdown. I was just like, this can't be happening. Like I was losing my mind. And every single time we kept scoring, I was like, this is unreal. We're going to go to the Super Bowl. I just kept saying, we're going to the Super Bowl.
This was not supposed to happen, right?
No.
So, all right, here we go, guys. Let's jump into it. This is a 2nd and 12 play. We pick up in the first quarter, 13:23 left in the first. Packers ball. They're going to start off, and I heard this statistic today listening to Jordan Rodriguez on the NFL Daily podcast. They said that the Packers ran the most 12 personnel in the entire league last year. They still ran more 11 than 12, but they ran the most 12 in the entire league. So it's important to kind of call those things out as we discover them. This is a 12 personnel set. This is 12 nasty. It's a strong left. You can see the 2 tight ends over here, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, and you got a tight twins look on the right. So it's twin nasty, or you can call it ace 12, 12 ace, twin nasty is what I would call this. So here we go. Let's roll the tape.
In the games, Tom told you back from that hamstring for the first time. Here's Love. Back deep. Can't find anyone. Now throws a deep. It's caught by Romeo Dobbs up to midfield. And a first down for Green Bay.
Tackles for loss. They thrive on negative plays.
Here's Jones up the gut. And next run for Aaron Jones. Right around a first down. Let's see if they put it down. Here's a 5th for Jones. Big C up the middle. First down. It's inside.
Give the old stiff arm to the back.
Yeah.
Coming near side, it has a completion where it's caught by Musgrave the tight end.
Nice little play by Musgrave there, man. Let's roll it back. I want to see if they use some kind of cheat motion or something. They got him out there quick. So he was just attached. So right here, again, they're in 12. So they showed a lot of 12 against the Dallas Cowboys. And I guarantee you why, Jacob, is because the Dallas Cowboys they were a top 3 team in running nickel and dime defense. They seemed to just say, I don't care if you're in your base, we're still going to play nickel. They did that a lot. So you could tell LaFleur went out and said, okay, you want to play nickel? We're going to come out in a lot of 12 personnel. As you can see here, they're in the gun. They got twins left, and it's a balanced set here. So obviously you got a tight end on each side of let's see. And this is Musgrave right here. I think it's just going to work kind of a flat, if I remember correctly. He's just going to it might be a little chip and then get out here with these 2 guys probably clearing out with some kind of route combination. Yep, you see it right there.
Even chip. You know what's crazy is that after we watched these initial plays,
What's that?
Micah Parsons was a non-factor, wasn't he? Like he was just non-existent. We didn't chip him. We didn't chip him on that play.
Yeah, and one of the reasons he was too was they did have Jones. There was one play I remember specifically where Aaron Jones picked up the pass protection and he smacked Micah Parsons right in the chest, and old dude like literally hunched over. It was absolutely awesome. But right here, you got a little zipper motion. So obviously the Packers are inside the 5-yard line. They're down to about what appears to be the 3-yard line. 3rd-and-2 play. Still 0-0, 7:14 left in the first quarter. You'll notice here with Jaden Reed, a little zipper motion. They had him out here. He goes over and comes back. I call it yo-yo. Most people call it zipper motion. What you're trying to do, see this defender here, he's either passing him off or he's following him in man coverage. You're going to create the illusion of he's going to go over here on the other side and create a little bunch set. Instead, he zips back and tries to create that separation. Let's watch the play.
Love, Jones getting near the goal line. Is he in? He is! Touchdown, Green Bay on the opening drive.
Absolutely awesome. So you've seen that eye candy with the zipper motion. Completely freed up the run there. So, all right, Cowboys ball, 3rd-and-3. First quarter, 5:55 left. And let's see what unfolds here. Cowboys come out in kind of a tray left look. Again, tray means you got 3 targets to the left, one of which is a tight end. If you can add whoever that was that jumped in, there's Emilio. All right. Emilio, please, sir, we're live. Don't screw this up, okay? Don't say anything inappropriate.
My son started collecting football cards. I had no idea what the heck I was doing, so I went out and bought him one of those binders you put all the cards in and all that kind of stuff. Turns out card collecting has come a long way since when I was a kid, and that's what people did. Now, there is a new way to buy, sell, and trade cards. It's called Arena Club. Whether you're buying, selling, trading, or displaying, Arena Club is the all-in-one trading card platform that you have to sign up for. Over at arenaclub.com/packdaddy. We actually did a whole YouTube video about this. I would encourage you to check it out. It is a fantastic website. You can, as I said, you can buy, trade, sell, but also you can display all of your cards right there on the platform. It gives you all of the grading. They'll even grade your cards. Their grading combines AI as well as human grading to get the most accurate grading of all your cards. And right now, you can get 10% off your first purchase by going to arenaclub.com/packdaddy. That's arenaclub.com/packdaddy for 10% off your first purchase. You ever hear of test driving a phone network? Well, US Cellular is letting you test drive their nationwide 5G for free. Try out US Cellular wherever you have spotty service, your commute to work, that one spot in your house or your service dips. It's as easy as doing a little beep boop pop boop pop with your phone. That's the buttons, that's the noise they make. Anyways, test drive US Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free for 30 days. Just download the Try Us app. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com/tryus. Passion, drive, and patience. The formula for winning championships is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only, exclusions apply.
You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Lips and Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Lips and Ads. Go to lipsandads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com.
10 for.
All right, there we go. So again, the Cowboys are in a tray left look, and Packers, you see, we're showing our shell. Why do we do that? It prevents them from taking shot plays, right? Here we go.
3rd down. Prescott can't find anyone. Now going to take it himself. Prescott racing up near midfield, and he slides down with a 1st down for the Cowboys.
Man. You see Devontae Campbell on that play?
Mm-hmm.
It just okay, have a good day.
And Kenny dropped on that play.
Yep. Absolutely. So here we are, crucial 3rd and 8. They're at the Packers' 49-yard line. I'm so unprofessional over eating a cookie trying to call a game. It's unbelievable.
Come on, Mandy.
It's her fault. Blame Mandy.
Yeah.
So, what you do notice here, though, Emilio, check this out, bro. Little overload look like we were talking about with the Jets, right?
Yep.
See it right
I love
there?
that.
Yep. Here we go.
Give a little bit more help to their secondary. 3rd down and 8. Here's Prescott over the middle. No. Almost made a great catch, but could not bring it in.
Quay kind of got pretty shook on that one.
Yeah, he did. But it looked like number 88, that was CD Lamb that he was covering, right? So a little bit of a mismatch, I believe. So Packers ball still up 7-0, 3:04 left in the first quarter, 3rd and 9 play. And we're coming out in an empty gun here. You got one tight end on the right side, and it looks like your T is kind of playing that wing look, if I'm looking at this correctly. So you've got trips left, T wing left, and your tight end is on the right.
Gets it off. Pressure up the middle. Love in Strubber.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Up to midfield.
That's that third window we were talking about, boys.
Yep.
All right, next play, 3rd and 9. Look at all the third downs that we converted, man. This is wild. Packers up 7-0, 1:39 left in the first quarter, 3rd and 9 play. Packers come out in a tray right. Again, 3 targets to the right, one of which is a tight end. You see Jaden Reed doing a little cheat motion here. He's probably kind of lining up in the bunch, and I'm sure they'll work some kind of cross.
Love. Pressure. Throws away.
Oh.
Incomplete.
Well, Dan Quinn's not going to do it twice. Micah Parsons, he's been through the first.
Did you hear that, Jacob? Yeah. All right, so Packers still up 7-0. Cowboys ball now. 49 seconds left in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 play. What is Job pointing out here, right, boys? What's he doing here? Let's see.
He's got him.
Passing it.
4-man rush.
Oh, boy.
Woo!
Oh!
He's got it up on his feet.
Dude, I forgot. I got myself a citation on that one. I was screaming.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, watch him break on this ball, man. This is a bad throw. Don't get me wrong, a bad play by Dak. But Ja just staying with it. I mean,
Ooh.
we'll take it. It's playoff football. You let the boys play, right? A little bit of grab there, but what a great catch, though, man.
Take it out.
He took it down the sideline, actually. Look at that grab, though. Let's go, Ja. I hope we see so much of
And
that.
did you see the line on that, Clayton? They were wide. The tackles were wide threes.
Were they really?
Yeah. So kind of the same setup, but you'll see kind of how the DN looked like Rashawn was kind of approaching. He took a real kind of wide belly out approach.
So was it like a split front? Let's see.
Yeah, right there.
All right, let's see. Let's roll it back. Yeah, you're right. Split front. There it is. What we mean by split front, wide nine. And then you'll notice here, that's kind of a 4-eye, isn't it?
Yeah, I was generous with the wide threes, but I love that we're seeing what we were talking about just in that article. But you can kind of see, watch Rashawn off the start. I know he's got to go around the tight end, but he still kind of bellies out to hold contain a little bit longer than I think he would like to.
And Amelia, you're not far off. That may be a 3. It's hard to tell from here. You might be right. That might be a 3 as opposed to a 4-eye. For those of you wondering, a 3 technique is lined up directly between the tackle and the guard from the defensive line's perspective. And then when you go 4-eye means you're on the inside shoulder of the tackle. So you're really splitting hairs. If someone doesn't want to acknowledge the eyes, I have no problem with that, because a 3 tech and a 4-eye, very, very, very similar. You talk to offensive line and defensive linemen, and especially coaches, they'll go, no, it's important. It matters. From a casual fan perspective, though, a 3 technique and a 4-eye, not very much different. So let's watch it again, though. Now that you mentioned the sprint, what were you saying, Emilio? Keying on
just Rashawn kind of loops. He kind of loops, bellies out a little bit more. I know he's got to go around that tight end, but it's a little more delayed than I think he wants.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was still, because he saw the kind of running back taking a step out. So I think he took a slight step outside even after that.
Yeah. Just kind of, yep. You're right.
Can I ask you guys a question real quick? Because you know a little bit, obviously, more than I do about the scheme and all that kind of stuff. Is this switch to the 4-3, is that actually going to free up a guy like Rashawn Gary, or even a guy like Preston Smith or my boy Cox, that literally can just pin their ears down, put their hand in the dirt, and actually go upfield and don't have to worry about so much like containment? This is just more of a, like, this is what your job is. Go get this quarterback, especially with the fact that Hafley has a lot more secondary kind of schemes that he maybe is just, it's different from the 3-4 when they have a lot more responsibilities. Do you guys see them taking a step up, especially a guy like Gary? Gary is a guy that people have criticized consistently throughout his career for not being more explosive. Is this defense going to let him be more explosive?
It's kind of a trick question. I want to get your take too, Emilio. In the base, yes, Jacob, because in a base 34, we ran a 34 jam, what we call most of the time the guards were covered. You had a nose tackle, and you had your wide nines off the edge. Those wide nines were responsible for setting that edge.
Right.
If you're in a 4-3 base, you've got 3 stack backers behind you. It's not about setting the edge. It's about shooting your gap, which in most cases for Rashawn Gary will be the outside shoulder of the offensive tackle, which would be what the C gap. So he's just going to pin his ears back and go in the base. But in the nickel, not much changes. That's why Matt LaFleur scolded the media there in Green Bay last year, going, you guys are really exposing yourself. Because there was many occasions that they ran one gap because they were in nickel, right? And that's kind of how they approached it, especially the Pittsburgh game. That's where his famous quote from, they didn't have any problems meeting the run fit out of a too high shell. I mean, Pittsburgh didn't. But he said also during, I think it was that press conference, he said, listen, we've got a saying, if it's one back, it's one gap. If it's two backs, it's two gaps. So that tells you it might not have been all the time, but the majority of the time we played one gap. That's a big misconception from last year. Now the 34 base front, absolutely two gap. Go ahead, Emilio.
Yeah. No, I was just going to think to this point here, it looks like we're in dime also. So we only have Quay out on the field. And I think that even in this instance, we're still going to be looking at a wide nine, possibly technique, right? But like you were saying, that base defense and how long can we stay in it to allow Rashawn to get upfield and do that. But even still, what if we did walk him inside the tight end here? You lose your leverage. So that means that's when Quay has to, be jumped outside or I think that's Savage or who is that? I think that's Savage.
Yeah, I think that's Savage there.
If maybe he would be playing outside funnel in technique sort of thing, to be able to break off the tight end if the running back comes out on a swing.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to play that through one more time. We'll get back on schedule here. We're falling behind. Let's do this.
Through the first quarter, mission accomplished. 35, 4-man rush. Prescott just it's intercepted. Giant Alexander, he's got it up on his feet, racing to the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Green Bay.
All right, real quick, what do you guys think? Is that a defensive PI? I think he's positioning. He's positioning for the ball.
Did they throw the flag?
Right.
Hey, there you
that's
go.
the way I see it.
Yep.
Now,
tell you, Packers back.
If that had happened to the Packers, I'd be like, come on, guys.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Grab the heck out of him. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, 40. Here we go. 43 seconds left in the first quarter.
Darren Jones in motion.
Look at that look. God, we're never going to get through this. Look at this look. We come out in an empty set. What we came out in was 11. It was basically 11 bunch. Okay. So you've got one running back who's normally here. Okay. There's your tight end. So you got a bunch set. And then obviously your boundary X is probably Dobby up top.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of doing that, you put your running back out here wide. And now pretend he's there. He's going to do a little zipper motion and come back. So you go out of the empty set. These guys back here, they are nervous right now.
Because look who was covering him. Deron Bland was the one who was covering him. And as he's walking in, who's trading off, who's taking who.
Yep.
Darren Jones in motion.
Look at that. You kidding me? Hat on a hat, baby.
For him, setting up a screen. Jones has a couple of blocks. Sprinting inside the tape. He's knocked out of bounds there. Will it be 1st and goal?
It looks like the Mean Machine wall and the longest yard running down the wall.
1st and goal for the Packers. Something went a little bit awry here. It's 1st and goal from the 11. I'm not sure what happened, but first play of the second quarter, they still lead 7-0.
There is Love. Floats one over the middle. And down to the 1.
Here on 2nd and goal to keep that streak alive.
Look at Jordan as I eat my cookie. Look at him changing the play. You see him? He's changing. He sees something.
Can.
Here we go. Look, you seen Tucker? He got it.
Aaron Jones up the gut. He's in.
I'm just saying, did anyone see that blocking wing tight end we had there?
Who was it?
Kind of a taller dude, really speedy.
He can block. All right, so Packers lead 14-0, 1st and 10. They got the ball. Actually, Cowboys got the ball inside their own 15-yard line here.
Let's start with the run game with Pollard. Good hole from Pollard and a seam, and Tony Pollard
just ran away from the blitz on that one. Keyshawn came on a nickel blitz and ran right to the other side.
3rd down. Pressure. Prescott slings it out. Dowdle, who puts his shoulder down, and Dowdle has a first down. Nicely done to get through the tackle of Nixon. Second down, 4-man rush. Prescott unloads quick. Ferguson, great catch. Jake Ferguson goes up and gets it, and down to the 41 he goes. I mean, now is the time you.
Jake, a Wisconsin guy.
What's that?
It's Ferguson. He's a Wisconsin guy, I thought, wasn't he?
He may be. I'm not sure. That's a heck of a catch, though, man. There was 4 bodies around him, too. It was just wild. Here we go. 3rd and 5. Second quarter, 10-13 left.
Third down here. Prescott first read not there. In trouble. Rolling.
Dak.
Keyshawn Nixon.
Hell of a play by Keyshawn Nixon.
Yep.
No hesitation at all. So Packers get the ball back inside their own 20. 3rd and 1 here. 7:41 left in the second quarter.
3rd down and 1. Play for.
Wow.
Yard being chased. Loads up and
What a play.
He's got a completion.
That was really the only route. The other two kind of got tripped up.
Yep. Absolutely. Look at that. Look at that quick cheat motion. Boy, this guy right here, I would hate to be him. He's going, that boy is screaming. Jaden Reed on this cheat motion.
Here's Love. Another deep drop. Just kind of
again, man.
Bro.
This is kind of the same thing you're trying to accomplish with Dagger, but they get to it a different way. You bring Jaden Reed from the opposite side. He's going to clear everything out. Yep. And what's going to happen is, if I remember correctly, Dobbs going to go over here and bring this thing back over. Kind of that cross. I think we called this that cross country corner.
Yep.
Clear it out. Bring it back.
Just kind of slings one to Dobbs, who's got another catch in a big game.
Did you see Love's arm angle again, too, like you talked about, Clayton? He just slightly angles it. Just a little bit of a undercut.
I did it, yeah, no doubt. So in this play, this is kind of unique. You got your tight end up here along the sideline, right on the field side. So you've got a Trey look, but he's obviously on the outside up there. You're going T weak here. And you got speed to 3. There's Christian Watson in the number 3.
Yep.
Love, far side of the field. And
that's great.
He gets his toes in, and it's good for a first down. Here's Love. Pressure.
Ooh, look at that. What is that?
Yeah, so we obviously, you guys need to go watch this from Chalk Talk because we broke it down completely. You're missing a lot of stuff here. Jordan came to the line. He noticed this double stack up here, the way this looked. There is no other defenders deep out here on this side of the field, right? So he comes up. He does a hard count. This guy stepped up. This guy stepped up. So they tipped their hand and showed blitz. So what Jordan did was he changed the play. He ended up telling Tucker to stay safe. And the reason being is they have already declared 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pass rushers. We only had 5 in the block. So he tells Tucker, stay safe, right? So he's going to stay in the block. You got a chip here that I think ended up being an angle route. And he changed the play. You see him pointing, right? And basically sends Dontavian Wicks on a skinny post. It just absolutely scorches the defense. Again, you got a little cheat there. That's what he was signaling, was Jaden Reed to give that cheat.
Here's Love. Pressure.
That arm angle, dude.
I'm telling you, man. Back foot and everything.
Yep. And the motion is key, too. Pulling that in made, Gilmore give him up and then pulled the inside defender, man. Great.
Yeah. What you mean by give up, too, Amelia? You're saying that they had to switch assignments, didn't they? They had to let him go, and he had to pick up what's going to be post-snap the number 1 receiver now, as opposed to the number 2.
This Dallas crowd is in shock.
That was great.
It's the post. It's no good. It's the 6th.
That's fine.
That's all right. We don't need it anyway.
On the fake. Pressure in Prescott's face. Throws. Brandon Cooks.
Look at that tackle.
He's got enough for first.
Dude, Nixon had a game that game, too.
He did. Hey, when the lights come on, listen, I'm not the biggest, I'm about to say hugest. I'm not the biggest Nixon fan, but I do know it's huge. I do know that he, when it seemed like the bigger the game, he shows up. Remember Kansas City, the interception in the 4th quarter against Patrick Mahomes? And then in the Dallas game, you've seen him run down Dak. You've seen that tackle. I know they get the first down, but it just seems like when the bigger the game, man, he really rises to the occasion.
Yeah.
Is Quay on a blitz?
Blitz. It's picked up. Prescott in the tight.
Oh, my. 3 defenders.
Oh, Michael Gallup coming to life, and that was a great throw.
Yeah,
Only has one catch on 4
That was
targets.
a great throw.
Quay, now you seen the last play that we just showed, Quay blitz. This time he sugared.
2nd and 2 here. Here's Prescott.
Bye-bye. Why can't that Savage be the guy that was, that guy for 5 years or whatever we had him for?
And I'm telling you, man, the reason it happened is because you show him back and he rotates down. That's nothing that Javon Bullard can't do. There's nothing. I mean, that was a gift. That was all scheme. That was all Joe Barry showing the safety higher and him rotating down post snap. They sugared a blitz with Quay on one side, dropped him into coverage, and actually fired Devondre Campbell on the opposite side. So you're bringing a little bit of pressure, an exotic pressure look, make Dak get rid of the ball, safety late rotation. It's like stealing Mountain Dew from a baby.
And took it back for 6.
Here's Turpin going to take it out.
Turpin.
That's a good cut. He's got great speed. Out across the 30. Turpin giving him a little.
Eric Wilson running him down.
Say bye to that.
45, an excellent return.
And these two safeties, this is a big tendency breaker.
Right here. So you see they're showing shell again.
They've had almost 80% split safety today.
By the way, a new thing that Jordan Rodriguez and Nate and the guys were talking about on the podcast earlier, on the NFL Daily podcast, teams are starting to show more 3 deep safety shells. So get ready for that. That might be the new fad in the league.
Coming into the season, only 35.
A lot of time here. Over the middle, he's got a first down. It's Cooks. But the last 2 weeks and today, they've been just terrific. Prescott could throw outside Ferguson, cuts it in. And Ferguson with a great
Devondre Campbell in the tackle.
move, and that should be enough for a first down. Prescott just going to run. And that'll be the job.
Quay grabbing him by the throat as he slides. I love it.
I wish you just grabbed him there and he went, stop saying, here we go.
Exactly. We just got to get caught up here, so we're going to keep rolling it.
Oh.
But there's no timeouts. The half is going to run out unless this is on Green Bay.
Hey, take a look here.
That's tight coverage right there.
Yeah. Y'all wanted to be aggressive. There you go. You got it. Little RPR there. All right, so Cowboys are finally on the board, 27-7.
Defense has played really well, but now Prescott trying to change that there. CD Lamb, that's a good start for them at a first down.
See McDuffie going for that ball?
Yeah, dude, McDuffie plays pretty sound, man. He's just a solid backup. I love it.
Prescott moving around, looking to run it. He's not
Big Kenny Clark, boy.
Get out, man.
Oh, yeah. Dude. That's legal, too, baby. That's legal.
Stopped all the momentum.
Oh, I'll tell you what ain't legal, though. Watch him grab the face.
Grab a little facey. Yeah, he goes, I don't got fingers. You can't call me.
He said, we're up by 20. Let's hurt these guys.
It's coming. Prescott sees it. Low throw. First down. Oh, what a cut by CD Lamb to save it and keep the drive going.
Keyshawn, come on, man.
Dak is fine, and CD Lamb made a great catch.
Prescott rolling out. Then fires one, and Lamb's got another catch and another first down. So all of a sudden, those two getting in sync. Third down and 10. 4-man rush. Prescott.
Look at that.
Down at the line of scrimmage.
Big Preston Smith.
Yeah, here we go.
34 yards out. The kick is up and good. So the Cowboys 7 before the half, 3 after it.
Got to give Matt LaFleur his staff a lot of credit.
2nd and 3. Here is Jones. Gets to the outside. Good. Aaron Jones in the first down. Oh, a little miscommunication there, but Mark still standing. He's going to make
Butt naked, baby.
Oh, man.
Runs back to get it. Romeo Dobbs racing up the sideline. He's down inside the 20. Even a broken play works for Green Bay. As Dobbs he's got 46. Jones again, running left, running.
Look at him.
Wow.
That cut, boy.
What a
That
sift.
cut. Seen a lot of split flow looks here, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't say sift, Emilio.
There is Prescott on the roll, fires out to CD Lamb. Enough for a first down. You think about how we started this game, Greg.
We could almost end it here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know what you don't know. They've got a young roster, very limited playoff experience, and right now it doesn't matter.
Here's Prescott looking for a man. Has a man open, and it's caught by Michael Gallup. Room to run. Get to the 35.
50 question mark coming in. He retweets it.
Here's Pollard, and he's got a first down. From the 8.
Get him.
Prescott rolling. Going to take it and run. Going to check in for the first down, and Savage knocks him out of bounds, and let's see where they mark it. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Tough.
Fake. Prescott rolling.
Yeah.
Two.
You know, it is interesting to watch. I know we're blowing through these here real quick, but like a lot of these plays are players that don't participate on this team anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, sir. That is correct.
That is so true.
So, the Cowboys are leading now. Those of you on the pod, the score is 34-16. The Cowboys aren't leading. The Packers are leading 34-16. And they just nailed the X. Nope, they missed it.
Oh, no, I didn't get it.
All right, so Packers get the ball back 34-16. They lead 3:03 left in the third quarter. Little cheat motion already here with, is that DeGuara?
In big term events, right? So,
Now, look, this is that split flow look we talked about. Split flow, again, is typically imagine that they didn't use any cheat motion here. He's going to come across if they are running the ball and everyone else is blocking down, right? Blocking this way. So the goal is completely ignore this dude. Now, sometimes what they'll do is run a little boot off of it, and this guy will leak out, and you'll run a little layers play here, right? A little drive or something similar. That's typically how it works. But again, how did they get to that cheat, or how did they get to that split flow? They came out in an ace 12 look, right? Strong right, bunch, ace 12. And what they're doing is they're bringing the U over, right, on a little cheat motion, and then he's just flowing back. So you're still getting to the same thing. Remember what LaFleur, when he talks about the illusion of complexity, right, with simplicity at its base, this is what he's talking about. You're getting to the same look all the time. You're just doing it from different starting points, if you will.
Yep.
So,
but I mean, big turn of events, right? Instead of a 2-possession game, it's an 18-point.
That's a split zone play.
He blew it, blew the block, but whatever.
Yeah, hey, you got a piece of them. That's all that matters.
Breaks another tackle, another big run by Aaron Jones.
Wow.
Here's Jones, another big save. Aaron Jones into Cowboys territory.
That was the same exact play, just the other way.
I've seen a couple plays that I'm like, I don't know if Josh Jacobs can do that, but for the most part, don't you feel like he can do this? I mean, based on the holes that he's running through. So, yeah, here we are, another 12 ace look, right? One running back, 2 tight ends. This is as nasty as it gets as far as the splits. Look how close everybody is.
Areas come through time and time again, but they can't keep letting Aaron Jones run this down their face.
Fake it to him.
There, a little boot action. Oh, you know what this is, baby? You see it setting up. This is the old dragon wheel. So what are you going to do is run a little play fake boot, set here, right? And what's going to happen is Luke Musgrave is going to drag across. So it looks like a drag, and he's going to wheel it off, the old dragon wheel. This is the definition of running butt naked through the trailer park.
Aaron Jones run this down their face.
Fake it to him here. Love. Wide open. It's going to be caught by Musgrave.
Yo, he caught that like a baby falling out of the third apartment building. He just
Musgrave stayed on his feet.
Perfect drop. Absolutely perfect drop. I love it. Packers lead 41-16, 127 left in the third.
Game of the season, clinched the playoff spot at 9-8, and now it's a 7 seed there, destroying Dallas in a place that they haven't lost in 2 years. Where they throw it over the middle and have a completion. 4-man rush.
Get him.
No receiver open.
Get him.
It's a lead flow for Pollard, and it's incomplete with 3 seconds to go in this third quarter.
All right, 4th and 5 play. Packers lead 41-16.
Blitz coming. Everybody's
in the house.
They did, man.
And it's going to be incomplete.
He just chucked and ducked, too, man.
Tolbert never saw it. The third quarter ends. The Packers will take over, and they are owning this day in Big D.
Now, if I remember correctly, did we? No, we did not pull the starters in this game, did we? So 41-16 Packers ball, start of the fourth quarter.
On the move again after a stop on downs. Here's Aaron Jones. I'll put him over.
Jeez.
Down to 21.
Hey, man, can I be the devil's advocate? I don't think Josh Jacobs is going to do some of the stuff Aaron Jones can.
Man.
I'm just saying. He is weirdly shifty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at that. Like, I don't know. I'm still butthurt about it.
That's why it's running back by committee, Jacob. We have other running backs in there. Have you heard of A.J. Dillon?
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
I'm telling you, I'm excited to see what Marshawn Lloyd does for sure. But Josh Jacobs has got something. He's out to prove something too. You know, I understand what you're saying, Jacob. There is some plays. That's what I was saying. Like early on, I seen a couple plays. Was like, okay, you guys have heard me here recently going, I think Josh Jacobs can do that. There's been a couple in this game. It's like, okay, Aaron Jones.
I shouldn't say that it's not that Josh Jacobs can do it. I just really do think that our boy Aaron was that good. He was really good.
Yeah. No, he was, man. There's no doubt about it. All right, 2nd and 6 play here for the Cowboys. 9:43 left. Another conversion. So you see, we're just kind of playing soft now. There's a couple of different things that come into play here. You don't want to tip your hand on what you may or may not do next week. You got a huge lead. The clock's your opponent now. Just play off. You see right here, look at this 4-high look. You know, this, I mean, you can see they're just going, okay, we'll give you everything underneath.
And Eric Wilson is in.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
You got a lot of backups in for sure. Yep. All right. So 48-22. Now it's 48-24. 5 minutes left. You're just in your 4-minute offense now.
And Taylor's just going to get it and run it for a yard. Machines of this.
It's just got to be so disappointing for this group. Everything went your way.
Prescott now going to air it out. Makes the catch in stride.
Oh, Lord. Look who it is.
Here's Prescott. Going end zone. Ferguson. He makes the catch, and he's got another. Here we go.
No.
Quarterback draw. And an extra possession game. Onside kick. That's nowhere near 10 yards. It's getting closer now. Green Bay will jump on it. Gave a hug. Third and
little boot is like, all right, y'all want to try to get back in this game?
Love to throw it, trying to wrap it up.
That was the drop, too, by the way. That was the only drop of the season right there, if I remember correctly, for Tucker Kraft.
It's the clock with 2:29 left. Prescott fires, Cooks has it. First down out across the 25, and unable to stop the clock. See if they can spike it for the 2-minute warning.
Again, look at the defense. We're just playing off. Everything off right here, man.
There's Prescott, pressure in his face, spinning away, and gets rid of it to Ferguson, who's going to get up. And
Wyatt was isolated there.
Yeah, Devontae Wyatt was screaming after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Wyatt's going to be fine in this 4-3. I really do.
Oh yeah.
You're going to increase your one gap snaps probably by about at least 15%. So I think we'll see a little bit better production from him for sure. All right, we're coming down. We're winding down here. We're almost done. 1:30 left. Cowboys driving again.
29 left. As now they got to hurry up. And well, with Ferguson banged up, as you said, Schoonmaker in there. That's got pressure.
Hey, we got just a few minutes. Let's roll it back and watch the rest eat right here. Let's see here. So obviously, nickel. You got LVN up top. You got Preston Smith at the bottom. That's that split front, ain't it, Emilio?
Yep.
So there you go, split front that Salah likes to run.
Up, as you said, Schoonmaker in there.
Oh, did you see that little Euro step? Look at this. Watch our boy right here. Watch his feet. Watch Preston Smith's feet here. See it?
Wow.
That's pretty sweet. Let's watch
He
it.
does the backside spin. Watch him after it, dude. That guy is
dude. Let's go 50% here. And for dramatic effect, we're going to keep the audio on. Check it out.
Ooh.
takes him down.
Nice.
Sound like Jacob on a Saturday night.
On the scrimmage. Last catch for Dallas. Just gonna kind of throw a Hail Mary to the end zone and out of bounds. And that will do it. They come into Dallas. They had their first loss here all year and the number 7 seed. This young team surprising everyone.
That was
No, give them the real stat. Give them the real stat. We have more playoff victories in Dallas than they do.
49ers.
Hey, we hit the real stats earlier. Matt LaFleur, by the way. Woo-wee. Tell them about it, Jacob. What did we learn, sir?
Was the 11th best? Just
11th?
under guys like some schmucks named like Don Shula and whatever, a couple
My
of
man
no-name
is-
guys.
Yeah, 11th in winning percentage all time in the NFL now, man. And
Nice.
he's been coached over 80 games too. Not a small sample size. So.
Hey
So
Tim,
there you-
What's
Go
up,
ahead.
boys?
Timbo.
I'm
you
exhausted. I just had to check in. I had a little break, so wanted to.
You saw the Dallas game was on.
Yeah, I saw we were doing Dallas film. I couldn't miss this ass whooping.
you have
know?
a very nice tan, like a very.
I'm
good
telling you, bro.
glow.
it's-
What
we're
is
gonna
going on
find
there?
out. We're gonna find out he spent the last week and a half in Cabo, and right now we're finding out that he just launched a law firm. That's what it's gonna be. Like
He's
just-
at Mar-a-lago. That's where he's doing. He's golfing all day.
I got overspray on my glasses to prove that I'm working.
There it is.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun, man. Again, we're going to get into the 49ers game either tomorrow or the next day. Boys, the 17th. We're 2 days away. We're going to have guys in-house, and we'll what I think we should do when we get to the 17th, there won't be practice till the 22nd. Start doing a little training camp preview. Maybe start with the offensive side of the ball, training camp preview, camp battles type thing, and then the defensive side of the ball. This is, of course, after we do the 49ers game, and that'll carry us right into the first practice, and we're off and running, man. So, yeah, there. I'm going to say it. I got to say it, Tim. Fred McFarley said, Tim dialing in from the brothel. Tim is a married man. He's happily married. I'll just say
You guys are absolute savages. You know that?
Yeah.
Tim has a nice orange glaze.
No, I honestly wouldn't put it past him getting down there for some sun in the South, man.
I love it, man. Eric says, Tim, my brother, I've missed you. We've all missed you, Tim. Can't wait to
Yes,
get you
sir.
back
I
up.
miss you guys too, man. I'll be back full force. We'll be ready to roll once camp gets rolling, man, for sure.
That's
Boots on the ground again, as always.
Heck yeah, man. All right. Anybody got anything they want to add? Let's get out of here before my wife brought me up cookies, and she said you better not go over an hour. So you gotta
Yeah,
Put up my end of the
I'm
deal.
sure that's what it is, Clayton. What else got released today?
Oh, have you been?
Wait, like, dude, I gotta go. I got a dynasty. I'm in week 3 already. I need to go.
Emilio talking about the new college football game.
I picked it up. You talked me into it.
I know.
Did you
He
pay
was like,
for
man,
it?
this thing costs $100. I said, Emilio, listen, bro.
Yeah.
This same way I got Mandy to marry me. I was like, listen, let me tell you, here's the important part, okay? Think of the joy you're going to get out of that $100. How many things do you blow $100 on a weekly basis, right? So
That's what you said to Mandy. You're like $100. What do you?
No,
what
man,
else
no,
you
man,
gonna spend
Mandy doesn't play
$100
college
on?
football.
Yeah, no, you talked me into it. So that's where we're heading.
All right. Well, we're
Love
out
you,
of here.
Mandy.
Tim, you got anything else, man?
No, just miss you guys. Happy to hop in here for a second, man. Appreciate all the work you guys been doing. I've been catching up on the shows, and always great content, man. Happy to be here.
Absolutely. Hey, camp's almost here, boys. Jacob, anything? You want to say anything inappropriate before we get off here like you always do?
No, I'm a
said
upstanding
no.
citizen. I'm a great person. Have a great night, guys.
All right. Everybody, we will see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time for PTA Live. Emilio, thank you for hopping on, buddy. Good to see you, man.
Of course.
Hey, listen, go get that recruiting done, all right? You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Get it in, all right? We'll see y'all tomorrow. For those of you listening on the pod, thank you for making us a part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. And go Pack Go.